Little Ida's Flowers. There was a little girl named Ida, and she had a tutor who not only taught her maths and spelling, but also read beautiful fairy tales. Ida was very happy to show her tutor the flowers she had collected. But when she went in and checked on the flowers, they were all very droopy. She came running towards her tutor and she said, "Oh, my flowers! They've all become very sad. But yesterday they were all very happy." There was Mr. Counselor sitting on the couch, and he came and said, "Oh, what do you expect? It's all dead." Ida became very sad. But the tutor said, "Ida, don't you know? These flowers are not dead, my child. They're all faded. They had all gone for a pretty ball yesterday." "But flowers don't dance, do they?" asked Ida. "Don't you know? Flowers do dance. But where do they dance? You know the great castle where the king comes every summer? They dance inside the castle. Once the king and the court go into town for the winter, they all dance in the great court. It's very lovely indeed. But yesterday, Mother and I went to the garden. There were no flowers or leaves for that matter." "Oh, they're all inside the castle, planning to dance that night." "Really? Do they really dance?" asked Ida. "Oh, if you don't believe, you just peek out of your window next time and you'll see them dance." "Doesn't anybody do anything about the flowers dancing inside the castle?" "Oh, sometimes the steward with a bunch of keys walks around the castle to check on. But the flowers listen to the footsteps and they hide very quickly. Before the steward comes into the room, they dance." "Yes, I've heard that story quite often. It's pretty famous, the steward, who always keeps telling that he smells flowers but would not see any of them around. You see? Oh, my child, it's time for me to leave. Don't forget to finish your homework. I'll see you tomorrow." And the tutor left. Ida took the flowers and she had two toys, Sophie and Tim. Ida told Sophie, "Oh, Sophie dear, you should sleep inside the drawers tonight, for the flowers are very tired. After a great dance yesterday night, they need to rest in a comfortable place, and your bed seems the perfect place." And so the flowers were all put into Sophie's bed and tucked in very comfortably. Ida was not able to sleep for a very long time that night. She kept on thinking about the flowers dancing and singing and having a very good time. After a very long time, she dozed. And suddenly, she heard a beautiful piano music being played. She could not resist the music, and she got down from her bed and walked down the stairs. And there she saw the yellow lily flower playing the piano very gracefully indeed. and there were roses, hyacinths, great poppies, peonies, stalks, carnations, all sorts of flowers, blue violets, pink primroses, daisies, and lilies of the valleys. All the flowers held their hands hand in hand and danced around. And Tim, who thought he belonged to the flowers themselves, was also having a very good time, but though with a strong, strong foot. Sophie suddenly heard some noise and she got up from the drawer. She was pretty sad that nobody invited her to dance. She was looking at those flowers, having a good time. And suddenly she fell down on the floor and there was a very loud noise. All the flowers came rushing to help Sophie. All the flowers thanked Sophie for giving her bed. And they told Sophie, "Oh, my dear Sophie, thank you so much for giving your comfortable bed. But by tomorrow, all of us will be dead. And I want you to tell little Ida to bury us so that during the summer we will all see her again." And they invited Sophie to dance along with them. They all danced and danced and danced throughout the night. And when the sun rose, Ida woke up and she went and saw if there were any flowers dancing, but no. And she came to check in Sophie's bed. The flowers were all dead. She wondered if they were all a dream. She even asked Sophie, her toy, if she remembered anything, if she should say anything. But Sophie wouldn't speak. But she had kept a teapot filled with tea, and it was all empty. And then she knew it was not a dream. The next morning, Ida's tutor had come, and she, along with her tutor, went to bury the flowers. The counselor came, mocking at them. "Oh, you silly! Don't you have any other work to do? All dead flowers coming up again? I don't believe it." But then the counselor was wrong. During summer, the flowers bloomed beautifully. Not just that year, but year after year, looking very pretty every year. And that's the story of little Ida's flowers. And this is Abby telling stories for Story Island. Good night, sweet dreams.